Former Assistant Secretary at the U.S. Treasury Department. We have Ms. Phillip Swagel joining us on the program on the line from Washington. Good to have you with us. So, Phillip, I guess, what do you think of this S&P, warning, credit watch negative?
Oh, it is one heck of a warning shot to Germany and France and to the entire EU. It's S&P telling them, hey, guys, the time is up. You need to decide. You need to either save Greece and do something about the other countries or let them fail. But either way, it's time to decide.
You know, Phillip, they're saying S&P in a statement, systemic stress in the Eurozone has risen in recent weeks and reached such a level that a review of all European sovereign ratings is now warranted. Do you think that we will get a cut, maybe in France, maybe in Germany, et cetera, et cetera?
You know, if they continue to drift and if policymakers don't take decisions, I think we could see that. You know, we saw last week when the central banks around the world acted together. In my mind, the key there was the ECB extending their 3-month tenders. So basically saying to banks, we will continue to fund you, you banks, you European banks, for 3 months at a time. That's where the stress is. But that action is really just a temporary one. They haven't solved it. They're just, you know, really biding time, letting the national leaders take action.
Well, when you're saying action, we do have Nicolas Sarkozy and Angela Merkel, again, talking about more fiscal integration. Is that not enough?
You know, the devil is in the details. So it could be enough if Germany and France are willing to control Greece's fiscal situation and, you know, really set taxes and set spending for Greece, and if Greece will allow them to, I think ultimately that could stabilize the situation. You know, the details are not there, and just politically, it just sounds really tough to imagine that Germany and France really want to control Greece's destiny in such a tight manner.
And also for European nations to give up their sovereignty, basically, to yield to other European nations, that's going to be a hard task. So what do you think is going to happen here?
You know, ultimately they have to act. I mean, Germany and France ultimately, I think, will do something to save Greece and to save the other countries, assuming that Greece and Italy and Spain take action themselves, which it looks like they are, in Italy, for example, with their pension reforms. So I think they will act. It's just continually surprising that it's taking them so long to get their act together.
Okay, and Phillip, you know, some in the markets are saying, why listen to ratings companies anymore? They're trying to maybe try to get ahead of the curve since they've been behind for so long. But take a look at the market reaction. I mean, we still had stocks closing higher in the U.S. bond markets. We didn't have a spike in yields in reaction to this news. So what is this telling us that we don't know already?
You know, it's just one more piece of information. So I agree with you that the rating agencies are not, in some sense, the word from on high that they used to be, but they are informed observers, and I think they're making a good point that the continued delays are themselves a piece of information that markets need to keep in mind.
All right, Phil, thank you so much for your time. Phillip Swagel, the former Assistant Secretary for the U.S. Treasury, joining us on the line from Washington.